We are live now. Good morning and welcome to Double Funnel TV. And we just interrupted Scott's important conversation. He was
That's
doing
right.
a jam session webinar with Mr. Sean G. Murphy. And tell us more about it.
Well, it's just really cool because that didn't sound good. Sean set up sorry, just trying to figure out what just fell over. Sean set up a jam session on limiting beliefs. And welcome to anybody to come on and ask any questions. But then the other thing that happened is some experts jumped on as well, or some contributors jumped on. And so it just got to be a really awesome, it was just an awesome hour and 15 minutes of spontaneity and answering things and getting different people's input on things, and it was awesome. It was a blast. So I reconnected with a company owner that I hadn't talked to in quite some time, but he was one of the guys on there. Very interesting thing that he said. So here's a guy who's made millions and millions and millions of dollars, and he said, I've made years where I've made millions of dollars. I've had years where I've made $100,000, and you sit there and you wonder what the heck happened, right? How did I go from this to this? And he said in reviewing his own stuff, he realized that about 90% of the time, his self-talk was self-defeating.
Always.
Gosh, I wonder if I lost it or whatever. Well, but the point that I jumped in on was, isn't it amazing? Here's a guy who's tremendously successful that has done the test and evaluated that 90% of the time the self-talk is negative or self-defeating. And just think what Gen Pop, right? What's
Gen Pop.
What's
the jail term?
Yeah, right.
I'm laughing Gen Pop, yo.
Yeah, I mean, what's the impact on the general population if successful true disruptors in the industry and people who really are really awesome at what they do have that kind of, what is it for? And again, it's not a value statement or a judgment statement. It's just for people who haven't had that success to draw on. You hear about it in sports all the time. It's like when somebody says, how are you going to respond to whatever? Well, I'm going to go back and think about when I fought through it in the past. They've got experience to pull from. Well, what about the people who don't have that experience? Exactly. So, I mean, it was a lot of fun. We had a great time doing it, and we're going to do more of it. And I've been doing more of it. He's been doing more of it. We've been doing more of it together. It's just fun. Fun helping people.
That's interesting. And y'all didn't even tell me or invite me. I see how it goes.
It was a general invitation. You were on the road. You just dumped out. You were non-engaging on Tuesday. So don't even try to lay that.
I'll tell you what, though. It was really outstanding. We got to go hang out with Richard Lindner. He's the CEO of Digital Marketer, the co-founder. We're talking...
Nice.
How many zeros is that? 6, 7, 8 or 8-figure business? 9? It's up there. 100 million?
Yeah. 9
I don't know
figure.
how many zeros. Okay, 9. There we go. I ain't there yet. I'm counting zeros. And that's just one of his many businesses, because he's partial partner, a growth partner on so many other businesses, like seriously over 20. And one of the specialties that he brings into the company is, like, how, like, especially me, and I think you're kind of the same way, it's very easy to kind of like, drift off, right? And shiny objects and not focus. And he brings in that focus to all these companies where he has a growth plan. And he actually did this for a very special Black Friday training, I don't know, 3 years ago. And I just remember it was so amazing, but I was just like, part of me was like, I'm not there yet. because he like went deep dive into it and how they do 3-month planning cycles. And I was just like, I can't, I'm not there yet. Too much, too much, too much. But I am there now. And to be honest, anybody who's making $40,000 or, you know, even zero, I mean, it's certainly nicer when you have some of that experience already to
Right.
pull from to do some of it. So you kind of have a general concept of what's working in your business and what's not working in your business. And I'm seriously thinking of hosting the training myself here at the office, because holy cow, it was just so crazy, awesome. And he's really worked hard over the last couple of years to break it down into, you know, very standard, tight worksheets that make it super easy. We're talking like you don't even need a computer to do it. In fact, he says
That's
it's better
awesome.
it's better if no one has a computer. And it was really hard for a bunch of digital marketers who are using attribution and all these tracking tools to say, well, I can't go get my numbers. No, because he said it's actually more important that you start training your brain to know the numbers anyway in a generalized sense of the term. And it's amazing. So yes, I was
No,
gone Tuesday.
no, I would love to learn more about that. There was a good friend of mine. He's since passed, which is a shame because he left too early. But he was an economist, a PhD economist, and basically he taught how to create the value of a small business in 13 questions. And so small business valuation, and why that became important is for entrepreneurial businesses, you know, life insurance agents and things working to cover an entrepreneurial business. How do you create a valuation of a small business? Anyway, he developed an economic principle of these 13 questions that allowed him to do this, and we could put a valuation on. But here's the purpose of this story, is that every entrepreneur has a yellow pad in the third drawer on the right side of their desk that has all those numbers. In other words, they know all those numbers. They're inherent to the business. Sometimes they don't even recognize that they know all those numbers. But the reality is, to really have a grasp on an entrepreneurial business, you have those numbers. And so I can understand exactly why he's coaching that point of don't get so dependent upon softwares or tracking devices or whatever. Actually, this is one piece of knowledge to hold in yourself. I've been playing back and forth. A friend has been posting a lot about millennials, the difference between millennials and boomers all week. And I've commented every day. But you and I are actually an example of this. When you take a boomer and put it with a millennial, it's amazing what can happen because of the differences in how we look at the same things. And those differences are actually valuable. They're not valuable, right? And the real difference, and this is going to be a huge advantage for millennials who get this point, is there's 3 great brain changes across all of mankind and womankind. The first was when we went from spoken word to written word. We went from grunting to hieroglyphics on a wall in 750 AD. So that was the first great change, or actually, sorry, BC, 750 BC. Actually, the going from grunting to chipping it onto a cave, spoken word to written word. The second was in 1440 or thereabouts when Gutenberg invented the printing press. And we went from written word to printed word. Now knowledge was duplicatable. Still was very expensive, but it was duplicatable. A book back in 1440 was the equivalent of $300. But it was, equivalency. But the third great brain change in all of history has happened now with the advent of the internet, because we've gone from printed word to digital word. And so what that is caused in that frame, and this is where the millennials have learned this. See, boomers, we wanted to hold the knowledge. It's the only thing we had available to us, right? You'd get an Encyclopedia Britannica and you would read it, and some people are going, what the hell's that, right? You would read it and you would consume that knowledge and own that knowledge. You would hold it within you as a boomer. But millennials have not learned to do that. That's not the way they've been taught. They've been taught that they have it they've got it right here. So they don't hold the knowledge. They know where to find the knowledge.
Yes.
Now, that's all well and good until you don't have your device with you. Because then you know where to get your knowledge, but you don't know where your knowledge giver is. In other words, if you don't have your phone with you or access to the internet or things like that. So that's why for the millennial who understands all this, but still strives to contain and hold knowledge, they will have a significant advantage going forward.
Let's see what we got here from Rayanne. The difficult part is the millennials aren't even considering hiring boomers.
It should actually be the other way around. It should be the boomers hiring millennials and help learn them.
I think we're a little mad at the boomers for not getting out of the way so we can move up in corporate and taking away all of our benefits and making it to where we have no chance of working at a company for 20 years. We'll never get benefits. I think we're a little bitter at the boomers.
Well, but it's misaligned.
Well, that's cool,
actually.
But I'm really excited.
So anyway.
We got somebody ready to go inside of Tideo. I'm actually in their account.
Awesome.
I did have a little bitty rant, and then we'll get started. And this is just because, so I was at Digital Marketer yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm in their elite group. I'm in their partner group too, but I'm also in elite because I like going to the trainings where they actually coach you through. Because one of the things is we do as agency owners if we don't do our own stuff. But I'm an actual digital marketer. We run an actual agency with multiple clients, multiple staff. We make more than $10,000 in revenue each year. We coach people on marketing strategy and implementation. We actually do it. But it seems like everybody wants one single strategy that works, like one thing that you need to unlock unlimited profits and money's going to ring through the roof. And they're like, oh, on double funnel TV, what one thing are you doing? Is it messenger bots? Is it Facebook groups, Instagram growth, YouTube ads, LinkedIn content? Somebody was actually like, well, what's it better, like email or Instagram? I'm like, what do you mean?
Yes.
It's like asking if I should wear pants or a shirt. Neither, both, none. I don't know. Hopefully both would be a good start. It's really not that simple because people are just blind to the fact that they can actually grow their marketing from zero to hero. And you're trying to say, this is how you do it. You have to build a comprehensive funnel, and they want it to be really simple. I'm just going to build a Facebook bot funnel, right? Well, that's one place to start. You still need a lead magnet. You still need a customer value journey. You need the foundational marketing blueprint, the framework, the systems. The tactics and the strategies will change through time. Facebook, there might be a time when we don't know Facebook, because I can remember a time before Facebook. I remember when MySpace was everything, right? Email may or may not be dead now or in the future. Messenger bots will not always get a 90% guaranteed open rate. They're being changed as we speak inside of Facebook. LinkedIn did not work, then it did, then it didn't. Like, it just goes back and forth.
Right.
Messaging to your text, you could be the cool kid, or you could really tick off somebody, right? Those things are the ones, any of them, they're all great tactics for now. They could change. But the people that teach these specific strategies, that's even the crazier thing. Somebody will teach a specific strategy, and as soon as it's no longer cool, they jump ship and they go to a completely different strategy. You have people who are doing Google ads, like really good at Google ads, getting amazing results with Google ads. But then when it wasn't the cool thing, they jump over to Facebook ads. And the greatest thing would be if you did both. Like the best funnels we build have Google ads on the front end and Facebook ads on the back end, and they're both retargeting, and the person cannot get away from you. And these are perfectly brilliant businessmen, like you said, making millions of dollars each year in their agencies, and even them, they are jumping to the new bot group widget thingy, shiny object. And if you would have implemented one tactic all the way in a solid marketing framework, knowing it'll change, but you keep on adding layers and layers and layers on a framework. Like, that's one of the nice things about working with digital marketer as a certified partner. There's a comprehensive, easy framework. Like, that's what I love about Richard. He has a framework for planning. Guys has a framework for their customer value journey, and it gives you every single thing you need to know exactly the marketing strategy you need. And all you do is you take all those tactics and you lay it down, and it works for everyone, whether you're at 50,000 or 50 million, or passing that 9-figure mark where I can't count zeros. Whether it's 1 employee, 100 employees, it doesn't matter your industry, whether it's insurance or affiliate marketing or digital marketing, or I've got this actual brick and mortar store. Any sales process, same framework, same framework. So I want to, we did this Monday. We actually did the start of the framework, because that was one of the questions. So if you're watching Double Funnel TV and you do not have a framework, please go to doublefunnel.tv, put your information in, and there's a part in there when you get to the step that's trying to tell me what you want. Just say you want a CVJ, a customer value journey, a framework, just something that lets me know, and then tell me about your business in there if you haven't already, and that's what we'll build for you. But
it's a good rant.
Marketers.
No, and it's so very true. But it's interesting because in time, across time, for some of us more mature, code word for old, some of us more mature folks have had to modify our presentation skills, our marketing, our outbound. I mean, direct mail was it until it wasn't, because all of a sudden email came out. What? I don't have to put a stamp on something? Oh my God. And everybody opened their email because it was so much easier until everybody started sending. Until everybody started sending, so much email that nobody started opening it.
Could you imagine every time you got email, you still got the little word, bing, you've got mail.
It would
never stop.
That's right. It would be like the Trans-Siberian Orchestra going off. The fact it'd be binging all the time. That's the point. But that's, again, this is one of those things. To me, that what you're saying is tremendous common sense. But common sense isn't so common. It's actually very special, which is why you have to keep on repeating, as we were talking about what we did with Sean last night in the jam session. Mm-hmm. And when you have folks, like one of the guys, this guy who's tremendously successful, saying, I'm 45 and I've had to change a couple of times. Wow. Just wait till you're older than 45 and you have to change again.
Right.
It's going to continue. Wait, I just turned 30. Oh my God, it's not the same. Really? Stuff changes. If you go back and find, in fact, we did this in an infomercial not too long ago, and so the numbers aren't right anymore. But basically what you took in your freshman and sophomore year in college was obsolete by your senior year. It didn't, that's how fast things are changing. So again, all these things, this is an addition and subtraction process continually. add something new, uh, test it. That's why testing becomes such an important thing. Don't just do it to do it, but do it, test it, see if it works, how it works, what your numbers are, and then wean away from it as you know, as you do it. I think that's kind of what you're saying in it's not an either or, it's a both and. What do I need to do? Again, with boomers, there's a lot of people going, I don't like Twitter. It doesn't matter whether you like it or not. You got to do something. Well, I don't like Facebook. Well, it doesn't matter whether you like it or not. You got to do it. I like LinkedIn. Oh, that's awesome. Except you're going to miss a significant market. You need to do Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, blah, blah, blah. You need to kind of have an appearance on all of them if that's where your market is. Now, if your market is only one place, then you only go to one place, but markets aren't only in one place anymore.
Where did we build? I know we did Ryan Dice's homepage, and I cannot remember where we did it at. I think I'm wondering if we did it for U+1, and I can't share from your account.
You mean share?
You don't. So this button right here is only on the pro users.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we built it.
I don't think we built it in U+1 because of that. I think you recognize that ahead. I think you either built it in yours.
I don't think I did.
I don't recall.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think we built it in yours, which makes me feel silly now. Why didn't I think about that?
That's what you had, actually. I really do.
I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I could be crazy. That's perfectly
You might
possible.
be crazy.
And it both could be true. I could. U+1 homepage. Homepage. Limited navigation, double. I built it on yours.
Okay.
Built it on yours. I did not think that through. Some days. And this is one of those where if Kyvio 2 was out, I would have been able to rip it really quick. But
right.
No. All right, that's cool.
Neil's sending those emails out, teasing. It's coming.
He's teasing, and that was actually something I told him to do. And here's why. If you wait till Kyvio 2.0 comes out, you're going to have to buy it per program, and the price is going to be significantly higher. So this is my way of making sure his entire community knows. So no one can say, oh, but Neil, you didn't tell me. No, if you buy like Kyvio Business or Pro Now, especially I think the Pro Now gets affiliates. If you get into that now, you get to keep affiliates. You get to keep absolutely everything in Pro. They just added Smart Academy, which is going to include, and I cannot even believe I'm saying this, I talked them into including every single one of the trainings they've ever offered or launched.
Wow.
Even the ones they did for like $9.97, $250, like the really expensive ones. So if you get into Pro Now, and I did talk them into a one-time, like I think it was a yearly price for Kyvio Business, which I'll let you know. I'll need to keep track of him for that, for you guys. But I also was hoping that they would do the same for the one with affiliates, especially like for you guys, because like you've got that training coming up on the 22nd, which I didn't even think about. It's like right before Christmas. But you could then turn around and say, hey, Sean, if you sell it, be my affiliate, you make 50% or whatever from each sell. Hey, Jenna, you sell it, blah, blah, blah. And you get your whole team, your whole syndicate to start selling for you. And everyone makes money, everybody's happy, you get more butts in seats and with less work yourself, and everything's peachy, right? But you need affiliates to do that. So I wanted him putting it out there because before all these great things come out that I happen to know are coming down the line, I wanted to make sure everyone's in at the lower price, because I believe the funnel builder alone, no membership, not the 6-7-figure academy, which is going to have all the expensive trainings, but just the lowest level, just the funnel builder, no membership, that is going to be like $47 a month.
Wow.
So I want everybody in before it goes up, before it changes. So that is myself. If you're getting a lot of emails, sorry, but I do want them to make sure. So kind of back to where I'm going, I'm trying to figure out where I want to start. I was going to start working on, now I'm off page, I'm forgetting her name. Let me go back over here. April, I believe.
April Bryan.
Yep.
See, I only saw it for a second.
I know. So I'm actually going to start with hers tomorrow, and I'm going to start on my account today. I hope nobody minds. And build my own, this is crazy, a marketer who builds their own web page. We have terrible web pages, by the way. If you have a marketer that has a perfect web page, they're either a really big business and they're never going to give you any attention, or they have way too much time on their hands because they have no clients. And that kind of sad. All right, so here are the pages I already have.
Right.
I have an upsell page. I'm going to kind of go, this is terrible. I even forgot his outline. Let's see if it's in my account. I'll kind of go back over years, but some of the big points I remember from the homepage: limited navigation. He actually recommended 2. We added a few more just to, you got your book now, free gifts, products, which is funny. They were just talking about doing these planning sessions.
Right.
One of the things was an ideation sheet. And when they actually did get the computers and they were verifying some of their thoughts and numbers, one of the guys was like, the #2 most visited link that people like actually type into the search bar, not search bar, but the URL bar, is digitalmarketer.com/products. And there is no page /products. You cannot buy their stuff without going through some sort of funnel. And here they are getting over 1,000 hits to that non-existent page per month.
Wow.
Per month. And if you're putting product, you're looking to buy.
That's a good point.
So I don't feel bad about adding that one up there to right here. So I'm actually going to go, I think you can still see my screen too here. I'm going to go inside of Digital Marketer just to pull up the worksheet. I should probably make one for myself. Watch me not be able to log in. Oh, they fixed it for me. Yay. It was not working. It just said block. And I was like, don't you love me anymore?
You're not a robot.
Yeah,
Verify that.
I gotta let it circle and get the little ding. Or get the password right. You know what? I know Google has it. Let me try Google. I had to use Google yesterday to get it. And then we're going to see if we can do it in 20 minutes, because by that time, after your rant and my rant, that's how much time we have left. So can you build a high-performing, high-converting home page in 20 minutes? All right, let's go. I don't know. We're going to find out, right? I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to start from the page I already have. Y'all can't see this right now. I kind of want to share it. Here's another one. I don't think people realize prices do go up on things, right? And one of the things that's going to change here is the Digital Marketer Elite Cycle that everyone's been enjoying and learning so much from is about to lose its free trial period. So I'm inclined to like tell all my friends to like go sign up just to try it out. Just go get Richard Linder's training for 7 hours. Listen to that one if nothing else. So I want to say it's like a 14-day or 30-day free trial. It's a pretty sweet one.
Where is it?
I will give you a link when we're done.
Perfect.
Actually, that seems like I'm being very not nice to people. Let me go pull the link that actually has the free trial. Scan, so I can share with people. So again, free trial. Even if you never actually pay for it, set a mark on your calendar to let it go. That would make you sad, but still, do it. It is better than not trying it at all. Or, just go in there, like I said, just do Richard Lindner's. I'd certainly recommend doing some of the others, but I guess that's kind of like a long one. And these matter, capital S-H, 2 lowercase o. For you, I'll just send it. That would make a lot easier.
It'd be so much easier.
Just click. So anyway, let's go. So here are their big ones. You actually get these for free to, I believe, keep just for signing up. It's crazy. The Let's Build a Profitable Traffic System and Build a Predictable Selling System, which are golden. At least that's what he was saying yesterday. I'm obviously going to keep my paid one. Architect, a whole high converting homepage. I cannot believe we didn't do this in my account first. I've got to do that more often. I want the audit and the template.
You can read it. Rayanne says she can't read the scrolling banner, but that's not true. She can, because she knows it's scrolling. So she can read it. She's just not getting it down.
There you go. And like I said, I'm pretty positive that if you go and get the free trial, it is like $2.99 or $2.49 a month, but it will be going up to $295 a month. But I believe it includes those 2 that are free, and those are amazing. That has every email template. It has the Facebook ad examples. It has absolutely everything you need to build your first bridge, your first framework. It's amazing. And if you need help with it, go to doublefunnel.tv, submit, and I will help you build it. My only request is you use ActiveCampaign with my link if you don't already have it, and you get Kyvio if you don't already have it. I'm not building in some ClickFunnels garbage. I feel like I'm slow. Okay, so he actually did this, which I thought was interesting, is he built the template for the high converting homepage in a Word doc, because you can come in here, type everything up, and hand it to a website designer or someone like me, and they already know what to do. How crazy is that?
That's awesome.
So let's go back to, let's stop the sharing from this one. And we're going to do, oh, wow, I'm just adding ones. Look at me. You can't have everything. What do I have? That's the wrong one. Are they both? That's Safari. Let's get rid of that. Let's go to Kyvio.
So many different things open.
I'm telling you, I can't keep track of all the different types of things I have. So I'm going to guess my sales page, 373. Part of me wants to start from scratch template. Thank you, downsell. Get the slides and notes, website creation. I'm inclined to start here because I think it's the most developed page.
Basically, what we had done is you kept on bouncing back and forth between your page to build our page.
Yeah.
So you used your page as the pattern.
Okay.
Because basically you took, it's got to be in your account, because that's what you took. You took your page and started changing colors and different things like that.
But I think I took a page that I'd already had and just started there. I don't think I actually built that page in my account. I don't have a homepage. My homepage is on my actual, my old website. And I know I was saying I was going to. I know it's not here. Did we do it for double funnel?
I think so.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
High converting homepage.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Boom.
Right. We took your page.
Celebrating.
Right. We took your page and then changed colors to make our page.
So I did it for double funnel.
Right.
High converting about us page, high converting core offer. Oh my gosh, that's what I did. I took my original funnel from my warfare marketing and did the high converting homepage for double funnel, and then we took it over to yours.
Right. Yes.
Look at you knowing stuff. You're so smart. You just save so much time.
Well, as soon as I saw your page, it was like, I know we did that, because what you did is you changed from your red, your FFF to whatever, you know, we started going for hex colors and different things into our aqua and purple.
You're so smart.
I try hard.
I thought we had done something, but look at you. We went and did it for double funnel TV.
Yep.
Didn't even do it for me first. That's okay. Like I said, our marketers just don't do that. Let's go turn some of these off first. All right, let's see what we're working with in one page and the edit page. So at least, you know, we have some basic stuff over here. Oh, this is even a template.
Yeah.
It is the template. It's not actually for double funnel TV. It is for us to build other people's stuff on double.
Right.
Oh, it was like I was so smart. Oh my gosh.
I knew you had done that, because you actually put in the you know, the attention getting and you quiet, Sean G. Murphy. But yeah, you actually put in as opposed to the headlines, you actually put in the statements from, you did it off your Word doc or off your Google doc or off that framework that you
did. I did. So it's almost done.
Yeah, exactly. So it can be done in the next 17 minutes.
Oh my gosh. So I did this, and then we had this big gap where we were having a hard time, and we were working on building the funnel to make it sure people got through easier.
Right.
So now when it comes to doing hers, we can whip right through it. All right. Well, we're going to keep going this way because I actually don't have one. So warfare marketing. What is my primary call to action as a business?
What's your greatest desire? What do you want to work on more? Or what's your other than Sean and I, your ideal prospect?
What do I have people schedule for?
Discovery call, wasn't it?
I actually don't like the word discovery call. Fine. And the reason I don't is because I don't like a free consultation. I don't like discovery calls because in my mind, it tells the client they're about to be sold. And I think that puts up friction before you even start. I like to give them something that makes them want to jump up and do it. So here we go.
And I hear what you're saying.
But see, look, I already have a scheduling page. So now I just need to duplicate this and say schedule your free 73-point audit. So instead of saying schedule your discovery call, It is schedule free audit now.
Okay.
How's that? Do you like that?
My question to be is, what does audit mean? See, you know what that means. Is it website audit, marketing strategy audit?
Schedule free marketing strategy audit now. That's such a long button.
It is a very long button, but again, that's why I caution you with just the word audit, because audit for most people is not a good word, right? Because it tends to go to the financial side of it. Right?
Yeah.
So
how about that? That's shorter. Schedule marketing audit. And then I can put a bigger button here.
Sean says audit scares the hell out of me.
Oh.
So, but this is the power of words.
Your taxes right, it shouldn't.
That's right. This is the power of words.
No, you're absolutely right, Rand, Sean, Scott, too. There's a certain part of audit, and I appreciate that feedback because we use that at Digital Marketer in our partner group so often because we all call it an audit.
Well, once you're in a safe space like that, you can say that. But
right.
You're in a group of people who all understand what you're talking about. But when you're going out to the general public is going to assign whatever. I like Rayanne just said review. I think that's a great word. A review is a much better, schedule marketing review. In other words, let's review what you have in place, what you don't. I think that's a much better word.
Now, I will say, I thought this was really interesting, and this will be part of my strategy. It'd be more going forward. Let me see if I can find it. By the way, if anybody wants it, not this one, this one. Oh, my God. I put all of Digital Marketer stuff. They were talking about, there are two problems. One problem is when people are creating the ideas to just, at the end of the year, to choose what to tackle the next coming year. And what to tackle the next 3 months, whatever they have, they get stuck in trying to create ideas, right? What should I tackle? What should I build in my business? The second problem that Digital Marketer was having is people buy their stuff, they're paying for a product, and then they don't use it.
Yep.
Weird, but whatever. And so while we were sitting there and while he was going, I put every single one of their core products with a link to access it, a link to buy it here too, by the way, what it's doing, and then you can come through here and put, measure it as it applies to your business, because that's a little different for everybody, all in one freaking document. I'm super proud of that.
Nice. Well, no, anyway, that's what you did with that other.
Yeah.
No,
I love easy button.
Yeah.
But here's this guy. I thought this was rather clever. And this goes back to what I say about consultants is they never want to give away everything up front. They're so scared that what they do, that they'll give away everything, right? This guy took what I sell for $3,500, what I fill out. A lot of it's from Ryan Dyson, Digital Marketer. He didn't even change some of it to fit his own branding. I mean, this is just straight out of, that's straight Digital Marketer. And he puts it all, and that is his download. So instead of just doing the checklist, which is right here,
right,
he went and did everything. Because how he actually makes his money is commissions off getting you into ClickFunnels and Infusionsoft. And which is weird because Bunsen makes fun of Infusionsoft all the time. But I'll put it all in one massive sheet, and his call to action
is buy it, do it yourself.
Is basically, I'm going to give you everything to do it yourself. But he went ahead and he told you, can I go back maybe to get this? No, that's out of Google Drive. I'll need to go back to his page. I thought it was amazing. Now, there are things that I don't like about his marketing strategy as far as his page, because he's older school, right?
Right.
I might actually turn to this because, again, it comes back to what is your actual mission in life, right? And if my mission is to truly double the size of, 100 businesses, right? If my mission, it didn't say my mission is to make $100 million. It said my mission is to double the size. It's to move
Right.
women forward, to move these small businesses forward. Then giving away as much information for free, not a bad idea, right?
Well, I think the other thing that it comes down to is I I think there's value with teaming up with other people who share the message that say, stay in your genius. This is wonderful that you have all this information. Now get somebody who knows what to do with it and hand it to them. I
Hand
mean,
it to 'em.
well, that's what I'm saying is I think that I actually, and I don't know that I necessarily agree with his tactic, but I've got a speaker friend that one time I was kind of auditing his presentation, and I said, "Oh my God, you're drowning them with information." And he goes, "Yeah, he goes, I'm purposely trying to frustrate them so that they have us do it." And it was like, I don't think I like the approach, you know. I think the reality is there are times when it's like that, right? That somebody just says, see, personally, I like to know about all this stuff, not necessarily so that I can do it, even though I can do it. It's
Uh-huh.
not the best use of my time. It's not the best use of my whatever. I would be better collaborating with you to do this because you can make it all happen faster, but working together we can take the thought process and put it with the rest, right? So I mean, I think it makes far more sense to team up with somebody who says, okay, the reason I like this is because I can go, oh, I see what you're doing here. And oh, yeah, that makes sense. And we're going after this market and all those kinds of things so that you can audit it, not necessarily so that I can do it. It's not my gifting. My gifting is not to quote unquote be a digital marketer. It's to help find words like audit. It's to hear things like that. It's a
So if I
different.
have, well, let me go ahead, keep talking. I'm over here.
No. I like what's going on, and I agree with. Again, one of my mentors taught me: give them everything you got, 100% of the time. Two reasons. Number one, they won't be able to. They won't be able to synthesize it all. They won't be able to consume it all, and more than likely, they won't apply the effort to apply it. And those that do, God bless them. You did some good stuff. So I think you do give it to them all.
So here, as a business owner, like you're saying, where let's say you show up to a marketing agency's website, you acknowledge you can't do the stuff I do. What do you think about these on the top? My primary call to action is schedule a marketing review. I have a sub one that's download the 73-point checklist, and a blog, services, home.
Home makes sense. Services make sense. That tells me what you do. Blog is going to give me some expertise. Schedule marketing review, I think, is awesome. It's like, well, who wouldn't want that? Again, because the 73-point checklist is yours, you know what that is very clearly. The consumer coming to that doesn't know what that is, in my opinion. So I think that's download marketing checklist, download, something like that. I don't, the number of points is somewhat irrelevant. I mean, 73 sounds like a lot, but is it a lot? Or
download 73 marketing tactics? How does that work? Download 73 marketing tactics, schedule marketing strategy.
I would say, and I don't know that you like it. I know you don't want that button that long, but schedule strategy session. You're a marketer. That's why they're there. If you want to shorten up that link, right? And you've just said the word marketing, download and tactics. I like strategies or techniques so, even in my stuff, I use 104 sales tips, techniques, and strategies. A tip seems light and airy, right? A tactic. In fact, I said it in the training a week ago, Monday. I don't think sales is an intellectual or tactical process. I think it is a relational, strategic process.
Well, that goes into the
Tactic
main is
is
still
a much
warfare
harder
marketing.
word. What's that?
I said it's warfare marketing. So am I being too kitschy by using tactics and strategy?
Well, if it's warfare marketing, actually tactic aligns with warfare.
That was like the goal there, because one is a tactic. They're tactics. The other one is the strategy. The problem is tactics don't work without strategy. Strategy doesn't work without tactics.
I'd agree with that. And so in
but
that,
is it kitschy? As a
what?
person who, is it too kitschy? Like, do you still kind of understand as a non-marketer, non-veteran, is it too kitschy that makes sense?
I guess there's no reference to veteran again other than within you at this point. I'm talking about
warfare
marketing. I get
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Warfare marketing, is the other one too kitschy?
Well, again, you've got your reasons.
Which one would you click on? You land right here. We're going to assume all this was not there, or essentially these two are going to be the exact same as these two. So imagine those are just repeated right here.
I'd go to
what would
strategy
you click
session.
On? Okay.
Strategy session. Because again, my personality type is I want to talk it through and get to it and move forward. Now, a knowledge buying type, again, this goes back to the 4 buying types. The knowledge is going to go after tactics because they're going to want to know everything about how you approach the marketplace. So there's a difference, and I think that's actually something interesting. And while we may not have time today to talk about that, but we should actually maybe work on this in the next couple days, is I think.
Oh, there's my face.
There's what? Oh, yeah.
I just realized I'm on the digital marketer homepage.
Wow, that's you.
In good company.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that your approach to, I think a certain type of person is going to want to know tactics. I think another type of person is going to want to have a strategy session and talk this through. They're going to want to move it. The entrepreneur is going to be more towards the strategy session, in my opinion.
You got so much open. Such interesting. And the other thing, and this is, I might wait to kind of narrow my field down. You want to call out, like I like how they did over here in Digital Marketer. What are they? Keep it simple, stupid. Tools and trainings for digital marketers.
It's
there is
pretty much says what it is. And then they identify. For marketers, here's what we do. For teams, here's what we do. For this, here's what we do. That's what is your main I actually think you do very similar. I mean, obviously, you have a very similar doubling business through tools and training, or through tools and strategy, or through something like that, right?
Through
awesome marketing, through awesome strategies. Powerful strategies, digital marketing.
How's that?
I think it's more through than with, but yeah.
I might need to narrow that down because digital marketing, that's like saying I'm a business consultant.
Well, that's why, again, it's like, what is it you really, what do you specialize in?
We double your business.
With high converting strategies or high converting funnels. See, but now you're only a funnel producer.
I know.
So we double your business.
This, you know what? This is where I need to start.
But I've asked you a couple of times now. What is it you specialize in?
So we got our start. So we're very efficient and good at organic social media, but evergreen, the kind that it's good to have there for branding purposes, but it's not like the kind you spend all day on. We're good at, our best one by far is marketing strategy. We can see a marketing strategy a mile away. Then we can actually implement the funnel, the email that goes with that, and do that aspect. So right now we're all service, we're full service, but that is something that we'll be doing. So I'm going to leave it with marketing strategies here because it's after 10 already.
Well, Rand brought out a great thing, incorporating digital techniques and tactics.
That will be interesting. So I need to narrow my focus.
Right.
I know that's something that I need to do in a way that makes the most sense and gives me the capability to work with the absolute most amount of partners. So I'm not overlaying. So my thought was to stick to the marketing strategy, the foundational social media setup, the foundational funnel setup, because there's a ton of people who do Facebook ads and Google ads, and I don't have to compete with them. I can say, hey, your clients need what I have before they can even start utilizing your services. So if they don't have what they need, call me. We'll build what they need to get them going.
I like the last plus up there by Rayanne, utilizing digital techniques and tactics. I actually think what's that? We double utilizing digital techniques and tactics.
Oh, did I miss part of her?
Yeah, that's the one before. We double your business utilizing digital techniques and tactics. That's,
I want to work on it.
Yeah.
I'll work on it.
Yep.
The nice part is, look at all this hard part is done. See, the most critical part here, if I can impart one message before we leave doublefunnel.tv, which, by the way, if you don't have a good high converting homepage, and if everything I'm talking about right here is seeming just absolutely foreign, please go to doublefunnel.tv.
Right.
I will build it. The only requirements are, I'm not asking, I normally charge, $21,000 to build funnels. Granted, I'm not going to build you that level of funnel, but to even do some of these, it's $347 a month. So I'll start and get you going. Just go to doublefunnel.tv. But if you'll notice right here, this is the most difficult part. This is where the strategy comes into play. These are where the words are most important. For anybody who's ever seen a newspaper, I know that's old school. If you've ever seen a newspaper on the newsstand, it's folded up, right? It's got like 50 pages, depending on which newspaper. And the only part that you can see, The only part that makes the difference whether you decide to buy that newspaper that morning or not is what is above the fold. What can you see as it lies flat on the stack? So what is above the fold is more important than absolutely anything else in that entire newspaper, because if you don't buy it, it's meaningless. So the reason we spent all 20 minutes today on here is because that is how important it is. So the key aspects here of the high converting homepage is that your number one CTA, your number one call to action is up here in the top right-hand corner. It's going to be right here again. If you can see, it's highlighted. The number 2 one is right next to it. Again, down here, repeated. Whatever is your main call to actions need to be repeated over and over and over and over again, like to the point that you're annoyed at hearing them. And then the minimum amount of aspects up here. I have a helpful blog. I want people to go to it. I don't have a services page, and everybody asks me for a services page, so I know that I need to add a services page, just like Digital Marketer knew that 1,000 people were typing in a URL that didn't exist, so maybe I should add a products page. And now they sell more because they have a products page. And a home button, because not everyone knows that you can click on the logo and go home, right?
Yep.
Right here, very top, who do you serve? What do you do? Like, this is great right here. Here's what we do. Here's who we are. This is who we're serving. Here's what we do for them. Period. That's it. No fancy words, no fancy language, no kitsch. And then you can get a little bit more descriptive right here. And then a little social proof. Whatever that means to you, a little social proof. That is what's above a fold. That's what matters everything. By happenstance, this happens to be done for me. I've got a little social proof here. I've got my partnership, my core partnerships over here, my actual certified digital marketing professional that was a pain in the tushy to get, but I did get it. I've got an educational video here that's awesome. I listed like a ton of our clients because I can always delete how it works. I do need to go and make this as simple and stupid as possible. Another more, social proof, all the different certifications we have, and I have another one from Lon. I think you know Lon.
Lon's a good friend.
Exactly who it is for. So I need to make sure that I know exactly, and I'll tell you right now, one of my avatars over here, probably the third one I list, is going to be partners who want to white label or who need this for their clients. If you're a Google ads or Facebook ads guy, I want to be your friend because I don't want to compete with you. I don't mind doing those things. I've got third-party people who help me, like you said, stick to your own wheelhouse, right? It's not my big thing. And over here, it's probably going to be the business owner or the marketing strategist or the in-house marketing director. I need to know exactly who I help. And then down to here, we're just repeating. We're just repeating. And down here in the footer, it's everything else. Most things do not need to go up here. The only stuff that needs to be up here is the stuff that directly relates to your client. You know what's not in here? About me, about my firm, about the awards we've won. It's not about me. This is what does Scott Schilling need?
That's right.
When he lands on an agency page. Do I help people like Scott? And they'll get down here. And if you've ever heard any of, I know Scott's done this too. Anyone who's ever on stage, they're like, they start handling those objections. Who is this for? And they rattle them off because everyone thinks, oh, this will work for everyone except me.
Pretty much.
So that's what it works for, right? Just be a threat. And we didn't get all the way through it. I feel like I'm a failure. But that is the truth about building funnels. It's not always easy, but sometimes we start a bridge and we don't finish it. And this was me starting a bridge and not finishing it. So we will get that done and we will get April in the mix. And now I know we can get April started faster.
That's right. That's right. Awesome.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, Scott, for being here
Absolutely.
and helping out. And I owe you a purchase on U+1. Tried out the travel savings passport and saved on our hotel here in Austin. So yay.
Awesome. Yeah, isn't that that's the good stuff.
That's the good stuff. So y'all guys have a great day. And if you do not have a website and you need one, doublefunnel.tv, and we will implement the high converting homepage website for you. Bye, guys.
Awesome. See y'all.
See y'all.